YouTube notification has come.
Hello. Hi. We are live.
Wow. Good to be live with you once again, Rachit. And this time we are on YouTube. And I think it's almost a year that we had our first live on Facebook. So, yeah, let's talk something which is going to really be helpful for our audiences.
Yeah, the topic already named it. What's this fuss about success?
The buzz about success.
Not the
Rachit,
buzz, the fuss about success.
your voice is like coming a little low. It's kind of,
Okay.
yeah.
Any better?
It's better now.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to just put my Facebook on live so that my audiences can enjoy this live session.
Don't have to. We can do it Facebook Live sometime else. Not a problem.
Okay. So yes, as we were discussing offline, that what is this fuss that people are having about success? Everybody is chasing success. Everybody is worshipping success, and people who are not reaching that so-called success, they feel hopeless and demotivated. So, why there is so much of fuss about success?
I think what I have been understanding over so many months, that I have been studying something about these things and interacting with people and working with them as well. So what I could understand is, when you're talking about success, we need to understand what success is basically. And there is a different perspective. And if we cannot understand the perspective, it becomes very difficult for us to, understand what success is. So it's very important to understand.
So when you're saying that we need to understand what people are not understanding according to you, that what is success, what exactly one should feel that okay, now I'm successful, or whether it is really necessary to be successful.
Yeah, a very good point that you raised. Is it really necessary to be successful? That would be covered once you understand that what is success for you. And still you are not aware of things, you feel that yes, this is the only thing that I can call success as. So you need to understand what really it means for me. So for a school student, the awareness levels are like, if I can be a good scorer, I can top my exams, then it's okay, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about overall success. It is not just people who are having professional success. There are various forms of success which people are chasing now.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. Okay, so it depends. It depends entirely on the awareness levels. If you are aware of what life is all about, the most important thing is life. If you can understand what life is, then you will be able to understand what success is. Success is a very small part of your entire life. Success is not life. So success is a man-made word. So it's not big deal to achieve a man-made word or a man-made thing. So no big deal in that. So first of all, we need to understand what the holistic life is all about. Then we can understand what success is.
Now, coming to this holistic life that you're talking about, what is whole according to you? How do a person be aware that okay, I'm whole now? What is that wholesome thing that you feel according to you?
Again, I just talked about a very simple word. If you misunderstand it or ignore it, it will not solve the purpose. The basic word is awareness. Awareness about my presence in this life. We are born and we live a quality lifespan of around 40, 50 years, and we are just part of this, human species, and there are various species on this planet. So we need to understand that what role we have on this planet, or we got a chance. It is like not a role, because there are 800 crore people, 8 billion people on this planet. So there is no role for everyone. If a movie is made, doesn't necessarily mean that everybody will get a chance to play. Some might be the part of the crowd on the fight happening on the road. So the person had a part to play, that yes, he was a part of a crowd. So it's not about everyone has a role play to be in the life. It is like we need to understand that what can you utilize from this beautiful lifespan that we have been granted. We have been granted. It is not a right, basic right, that yes, I have to live and I can do it like that. So we need to understand if we can understand the basic thing, 40, 50 years, quality years, and it's all about exploring and living this life, then we can understand that success and all these things, the man-made things, can be done beautifully, can be done easily, can be achieved and reached easily. Life is not for reaching these things. Life is not about culminating to these things.
These things, when you say, what are these things that you're trying to mention? I mean,
success, achievements, materialistic achievements. I achieved something. If I say I achieved something, what do you mean by achieve something? It was already there. You touch it, you say that, yeah, it has become mine. You say that I own a car. So just what do you say? Just owning a car means a car is already there in the showroom. The title is on my name now. It becomes my car, and I can use it every day. It is not that something is not there. It is already there. So once your thoughts are very narrow, about understanding and awareness about things, then you boil down yourself in certain boxes that you call as success. You touch this, success, you touch that, it is success. It is not like that. The moment you feel aware, basically success is like constant exploration, constant learning.
Okay.
And when you're not trying to reach to some point, you're not trying to achieve some point. There are two kinds of things, basically success you have two kinds of mindset. People who can understand life in its entirety, they have an open mindset. You can call it as a growth mindset, or you can call it as an agile mindset, which understands all these nuances. But when you're talking about a fixed mindset, you cannot understand many things out of that. You have limited thinking. You feel that whatever is going on in the society, this is life. If I ask you, Soma, why are we born? You may give any answer, right? Okay, 3 points, what you can think of. Why are we born?
To experience this planet and the life in this planet. Number 2 is to go through this process of evolution of life. We are now born as a species which we named as humans. So that's one thing. As in Theosophy, we believe that soul evolution. So as the evolutionary journey, I'm born as a human. Yeah. And the third point is basically to again gather certain experience and be a contribution to this planet. So
not required, basically not required. If we are part of some bigger picture, even if you're there or not there, hardly matters.
Okay.
So this is the biggest misinterpretation, that we have a role to play. We are part of some bigger picture. And if we are there, we need to contribute something. It is not required. Even if humans are not there, this entire nature or the universe or whatever you call still will work. Humans are not required. Human
But Rachit,
requires these things. Human
I have a
requires these
question
things.
for you. I'll interrupt here so that I have a question which I want you to answer. That if humans or any species which are existing in this planet are not required, then why are they created?
They are created. There will be many other species. They will be created. It is not about the requirement. It is
Hmm.
not about the requirement. It is the process they're evolved out of this process.
I
Okay.
mean to say it's a natural process where people, I mean, various
Yeah.
species are just coming and
Yeah.
it's just a journey.
Yeah. It's a journey. We don't know why are we born.
Okay.
So the moment we understand that basically it is a purpose without purpose, we cannot contribute anything. First of all, we are just trying to create an ecosystem where we can live, a habitat where we can live, to make it
For
more
us.
livable according to us.
Okay.
Nature doesn't provide these buildings. Nature doesn't provide any other thing that we create. So similarly, there is a mental thing called success, and which blocks us entire life, which doesn't even allow us to be enjoying this species mode. This doesn't allow us to. So if we can enjoy this thing, whatever comes, whatever we can experience can be a success. Even if you really want to term anything as success in your life, and if you don't, doesn't matter, because success is in itself a very narrow word according to me. When I've worked with so many people, what I feel is people stop worrying about success. They just enjoy whatever they do. They just enjoy this trip on this planet, and
That's a
they're
good
not
one.
worried about what is happening or not. They're not worried about what is happening or not, because they have mastered the understanding, the inquiry into their life. That yes, that yes, uh, even if I die today, that's okay, because any which ways, I don't own this life. So, so success, when you think in that perspective, becomes, oh my God, this is a very tiny thing. So you need to have that very big awareness and mind space to understand that what I am is nothing. So then you understand that success is also nothing, because it is a very small part that has been created in your mind. In
So,
reality, it doesn't exist.
so success to many people have different connotation. Some believes that if I own a huge business empire, I'm successful. If I marry the best person in this world according to their checklist, I'm successful. If I achieve some particular grade in my examination, that's success. So success is not confined just with the materialistic world, but also various other parameters which we have set for us, right? So how do we really, not get attached to success? My question is that most of us, we feel very attached, okay, and it becomes more like an obsession. We need to have it, and when we fail, I mean, so to say, fail to achieve that obsession, we feel hopeless. Do you think that's required to feel hopeless? And why there's such a chase? What are we actually chasing?
We actually look each other and doing those things. We don't understand what is a natural me. If I understand the authentic me, then whatever I feel, whatever I absorb, whatever I have an understanding towards this life will be my understanding, not what has been declared as an understanding, what has been assumed as an understanding over the years. Over the years, because human being, when he was creating the habitat, then he felt that the house should be cozier, the house should be bigger. So it was initially it was just a matter of comforting and becoming livable. Later on, that livable became more of luxury and enjoyment that gives pleasure. So livability, adaptability became pleasure.
Okay.
So that pleasure, and then bigger house, then more better looking people around us, better things, more money. Initially, it was a barter system. Before that, even it was not there. So whatever you can find, it was yours. Later on, it was a barter system. If I have it, I will give it to you. You give something in return. Then later on, barter could not be matched properly. Money was invented or discovered, whatever you say. So it was like, this is a materialistic evolution as well. So when you talk about success, it is basically a materialistic evolution. Initially, a man just needed to eat and protect from the natural phenomenon, right? That's why these all started. So the habitat, dwelling place, then how can I be better? How can I understand more? So a person, what he understood, wrote it somewhere. That became the books and the reference material. What I understood about life, I wrote it. 100 years down the line, they become the text. So this is how a human just was trying to survive, to understand how would I be living and saving myself on this planet. There are wild animals, there are, various natural phenomena where I could be wiped out, I could be drowned, I could be baked in the sun. So there are so many other things. And gradually, this safety zone and the survival thing came into something, a bit of extension, and various prongs developed out of that. Studies, relationship, career, growth. It is our creation. So it is a very minute creation, which is not at all required. This nature doesn't understand what is success, right? So it is basically it is survival, and what is required for survival was the initial thing.
Okay.
But now it is a big misinterpretation.
That instinct of survival, or probably I would call it enjoying this planetary, availability of resources, we have made it more like, social validation.
Yes.
Social validation, I think, has become a big thing for us. If you have money, then you are socially successful.
In terms of humans, a plant will not judge a poor or a rich. An animal won't judge a poor or a rich. A dog doesn't understand that the master is a billionaire or a master is a person living in a hut. So just basically understand the awareness levels. Humans are very narrow in their approach. Humans have developed something which was not required, which was not already there. Animals don't invent or discover anything. Plants don't invent or discover anything, but they're also living on this planet. Humans do so because they want to enhance, because there is an element of brain, there is an element of thinking, there is always an element, something of growth, which was not warranted initially, but happened eventually. It was like my brain, I'm a better species. I can kill animals and eat. I can kill them and make clothes out of that. I can cut down trees and make furniture in my home. So humans automatically, by default, consider themselves as, I'm the strongest, I'm the best. The day you understand that, you're just another one. The pigeon sitting there and I sitting here on the chair is the same thing. Then you'll feel that there is nothing like success. The fuss about success will go away. And even if you want to do it, it will become very easy. That will not go into your head, because when the things get into your mind, it becomes very difficult for you to create it, because you get into certain kind of pressure, and that is again man-made.
Rachit, emotional success. Emotionally, if somebody says that I'm successful emotionally, and someone says I'm materialistically successful, what would you call both of them? I mean,
simple. It is what he is aware of about life. The very next moment, if he dies, what will he do with any kind of success? So why do one wants to term that thing and tag that thing in their lives? Successful, not successful. Heart still beats. If you feel successful, if you feel failure, heart still beats. So the natural phenomenon never stops. But it is who we have listed. These things are there. And if this happens, I'm successful. So this is a connotation, basically. This is a language that humans have developed over the years, a societal language. just to make them feel better than others. And it is a very, very narrow and pathetic and a very petty, small thing that humans have developed. Over the years, you call humans have evolved and civilized, but they have bottled up. They are into a bottle, they are into a shell, they are into their own world. And they're making their own survival difficult with this materialistic success approach.
Okay. Now, people who are struggling to, come to terms with this particular, I would say delusion or illusion, or with whatever we term it as, being successful. And if I don't become successful, then, oh no, I don't fit into the works of the society, or I don't fit into, my social circle, or my profession. So what can be done to have, that kind of agility, I would say, mental agility to overcome these kind of things? What can be done? Is that possible?
Just a second.
Yes.
Okay. So take it one by one. It was an extended question, so the answer could be missing. So take one at a time so that we can address it. One question or a small part of that question.
So my question to you is that when people are, dealing with this being successful, they want to be successful, right? So when they feel that, okay, I need to be successful, and they don't reach that, parameters they set for themselves.
Yeah, it is that because they have a fixed mind. I told you in the beginning, the two mindsets to understand success. If you want that greater awareness that you can make anything happen, because to make this success happen is no big deal. To make materialistic success happen in your life is not a big deal. It can happen because the moment you understand that mindset. But till you are in that mindset, which is like a fixed mindset, the fixed mindset, the resources are fixed, the thought process is fixed, the result orientation is fixed. So you cannot create anything out of nothing. They don't want to work, they don't want to put in efforts, they don't want to learn, they don't want to understand things. They want to make things happen with the existing level of thoughts that they have, the existing level of awareness that they have. They don't want to go into the deeper levels of awareness of what life can offer to them, what experiences life can offer to them. So that's why they stop, and they're very happy with a very small materialistic achievement. Oh, I scored this much. Oh, I got a car. People will flaunt their car for years together. I don't know. So when you become cheaper in terms of your thoughts, cheaper in terms of thoughts, you can become rich and poor only in two things: your thoughts. A thought which says that, yes, I'm here for some time. This is a very rich thought. A person who thinks that I'm here forever, eternity, and I'm the boss. It's a very poor thought, low levels of awareness. So the person has to go through the process where these low level of thoughts and awareness should be culminating to a better level of mindset, which is a growth mindset. Then you can understand things. The more amount of things you can reject is the real success that you can think of. And the moment you want to achieve more, that's a very poor mind state, a poor mindset.
Now, to practice that, nothing affects me, is there a way, or you think there is a way we can actually work on ourselves and on our mindset to have that agility of being rooted? I would say being rooted and not, get tremble by any kind of circumstances, or anybody saying anything, or having that fear of being part of missing out, being part of something. Is there
once you're ready to reject things, you don't bother about what people are saying. They're another species roaming around me. Why do I bother? My goal is to understand what life is. They're wandering, they're roaming around. What should I do? I'm on the road going somewhere. Will I bother people are going on the opposite direction? People are going in the left direction or the right direction. I'm heading north. People are going other directions. I'm not worried about. The only thing in my head is to reach where I want to reach. So if the awareness is above materialistic reachings, so you'll not feel destined because there is no destiny. Automatically, this birth is destiny. And if we figure out destiny within a destiny, it will be something like a chaos, and it will become a fuss.
Okay. That's a good one. Destiny within a destiny. Yes.
Yeah, destiny within a destiny. If you have been given a bonus, a jackpot, so what else you can think of? This is the highest form that you can actually achieve. Human incarnation could be the biggest success if you can have that awareness to understand this, have that mind space to understand this, have this bandwidth to understand this, that human incarnation is the highest possible success that you can imagine. For this, just claim that awareness. Just claim that awareness. That awareness is mine. And if you can claim that awareness, I would call, if I can claim such more things that I can be aware of, for me, that will be success. I want to know more so that I can reject the unwanted.
That's a very good point, Rachit. In fact, I was told a story by somebody, a very short story, that he was working with an international administrative department, and somebody asked him that, "Hey, you are always smiling. I never see you unhappy." So the person was inquisitive to know that what's the reason that you are always smiling. So this guy says that I'm happy because I'm born.
Yeah.
And this fellow who asked the question, he was like, yeah, he said, yeah, out of, so many procreation sperms, I got the chance to come and take birth. So I'm happy.
That's a very old story which has been floating around. Out of these many sperms, I got a chance just to motivate yourself. Again, just validating that narrow mindset and doing nothing after that. You are born and sitting idle. You don't do nothing. If you got that awareness, at least aware people who can actually feel that there is no materialistic success pressure. Your birth, if it is successful, is to enhance the awareness and then sharing that awareness and enhancing theirs as well.
Okay, you mean to say that taking action in life is important. You don't need to
learn. I would say learning. And what it could be, I don't know, action or thinking or whatever, delivering, disseminating, experiencing, learning, writing, whatever, in any form, teaching, being an author.
Yes.
Having a live session like this, anything that can create awareness around the people who can understand that, yes, whatever is it is a gift. And you don't blame or claim a gift, you just accept it. So how can you put names to a gift?
So it boils down to an action. Any kind of action. It could be writing, it could be anything. So taking an action that really makes you happy. Eternally you feel like, okay, I'm like content with whatever I'm doing.
Yes, real actions is a success, because by doing that you might be able to see something else being formed or created. So it's all about creation. Whatever you can create, a thought is created, make it happen in your real life.
Correct.
And if you create, people will see you, they will also do the same. So it becomes very easy. So something which is not visible, something which cannot be understood easily, people ignore it. But once somebody paves a path to do that, they also follow it, because following is easy. Creation is difficult. So at least those who can create should create, and the other followers should follow them.
So following is also an action, but this action really is kind of looking for a validation that, okay, I want to follow this so that I reach somewhere or I achieve something. That's the reason people are trying to follow, right? Or you mean to say that an action has been taken. Even following is also an action.
Following is an easier action. Easier action means that means the person who is taking an action is inspiring enough that he extracts something out of you as well. So I could say that the person is 120% effective, efficient in taking action, so that after his 100%, 20% is extraction out of you.
Okay. Great, Rachit. So what do you like to suggest to people who are really forgetting themselves, and chasing this validation and whatever? What really creates this validation instinct in their mind?
Two things. Just understand which mindset are you in. Are you in a growth mindset or are you in a fixed mindset? The moment you are in a growth mindset, you will give a right inquiry, right query into this universe, what you are about. But with a fixed mindset, you will accept whatever is happening around you, and you seek validation about people and about yourself as well. So the moment you are in this hemisphere of the right mindset, the growth mindset, you will come to understand more things than not. So just check out, and this is possible, that if you are in a fixed mindset, definitely with that mindset, you can jump into the other mindset, which is a growth mindset, or you can also say an agile mindset.
Agility is required, or we can.
The right people can guide you through, who have already experienced what this mindset is all about. People who see things getting created, they can actually help people with the things that they cannot see anything happening. So the person who has created can help other ones to create something, if not bigger things, but at least something, a hint of some possibility that these things can happen.
So having a robust mindset is what you suggest.
To start with, at least a positive mind frame. Robust mindset is not that you can go to a shop or order on Amazon.
It's a practice.
It eventually happens, and you don't know what is the absolute robust mind. So again, if you're thinking that I want to reach a robust mind, it slides you back to a fixed mindset. Anything which you want to achieve, if you have that mindset, I want to achieve, reach this, again, you are in a fixed mindset.
I completely agree with you. I can really relate to this, because there have been a point in time in my life where I was like trying to, achieve a lot of things in terms of my mindset. And every time I tried hard, and I failed harder. So to say, fail, because I had set a target for myself, and I was not reaching that target. So I felt like, okay, I failed. But the moment I started to feel ease with myself, and okay, I want to feel low, it's okay, low. I want to feel high, it's okay. I want to feel, and to do a lot of work, that's also fine. And that's how mindset has, set in that, okay, everything that's around, it's cool. So what steps people should take now? Some tips from your side.
Figure out how they can get into an agile mindset, a growth mindset, and figure out, first of all, which mindset they actually belong. What is the percentage contribution of a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? Where do they see, and where the expert rates them in that mindset condition from 1 to 10? Then you should be able to, give yourself to the coach or to the person who can guide you through. So initially there has to be a hand holding, so that you can come out of with that threshold frequency, so that you don't no more feel sluggish that no, I cannot do it, I don't want to do it. People sleep over their problems. They need to kick the problems, not sleep over it.
And a lot of people love to create problems for them so that they can solve it.
No comments on this, please. Because it belongs to the other quadrant, and if I keep talking about that quadrant, those things will start happening in my life as well. So if I'm not interested in such things, I will reject that. I earlier told that rejecting is also an awareness. You can only reject once you have that awareness. It is not about always having something and rejecting. An awareness of something and rejecting that is also a success, where you can reject without even tasting that. Sometimes you can, because your visualization is so strong that you will not waste your time to have that materialistic success and then rejecting it. So higher the awareness, more the rejections without even tasting.
But rejection and resistance, sometimes they also go hand in hand. How do one identify that, okay, it's a resistance or a rejection?
That's not a resistance. I'm telling you, you can only understand what I'm talking about once the person is in that mindset. It cannot be generalized to a normal public. A normal person cannot understand it. You might be going into someone else's shoes and talking and taking that perspective in the session, in the life. But what I would tell is, let the person go step by step to understand what things are being talked about right now.
Okay.
Because not everyone could understand everything at that point in time. Because if you're not able to understand, you are in a fixed mindset. So I can't help. So there was an ad of a television talking about what is the clarity. See the amazing clarity of this television. So at the end of the ad, it was said, you might not be able to see because you're watching that on your television. So the ad of a television on some other television, which could not give the specifications and the clarity of the television being advertised, is because of the television you are carrying and watching at your home, because it is not giving that clarity. So television is clear, but your television is not clear. You'll not be able to visualize and see and watch.
Okay. So people need to really come to awareness to understand whether they're rejecting or they're resisting.
Yeah, initially they will resist.
Okay.
They resist even to take a very small step or effort. They will definitely do that. They don't want to put up anything because they don't want to break their cocoon. They feel that they will be, in a vulnerable state. They don't want to expose their deficiencies. They don't want to expose their shortcomings.
Okay. Thank you, Rachit. It was nice and very crisp, this session. So guys, if you really, in that zone of trying to be successful in terms of the worldly, box that has been set. So make a choice, and you can always connect and discuss what really is a mindset where you can be free from neither success nor failure affecting you.
Thank you. We'll come back soon. All the subscribers, all the people who are connected to us already should be connected to us with the more sessions coming up live. You will be informed a day before, at least, so that you can attend it live. Even if those who have not attended, it will be stored as a video. You can always go back and see it as many times as you can to understand what we were talking about. And any queries, you can type in the messages on the comment section so that we can always reply and go live with the queries that you have. Thank you.
This was a YouTube live.
Yeah.
So you can subscribe Rachit's channel, Rachit Bhate. Am I right, Rachit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can subscribe, and we will come up with the various lives now, and with certain areas which are very, very crucial for all of us to look at and work on it, so that we feel free going forward.
Okay. Thank you, audience.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Rachit.